Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be playing in and testing out a brand new powder from Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake Loose Powder. The shade I have is Poundcake. As always, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about the powder. I will get into the demo. Yes, we will try out a flash test, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts at the end. I kept the box for this one because when I opened it up, you've got the instructions right here, but if you see this, I was like, my powder's busted. It wasn't busted, it's just the print on here, but I legit thought, I was like, no, it's broken. And then this is the actual powder container. You get 20 grams of product in here for $34. I love that amount because I go through powder pretty quickly, especially if you bake with it, like you're setting excess powder on your skin. So yeah, you need more. When you open it up, you have this little guy here. You just pick it up, and then there's like a sheet of fabric right here that catches the powder, so it's not going to go everywhere, but it's also not difficult to use. You can tap just a little bit out or just push your brush in there or sponge or whatever, so it's not going to make a huge mess. There's 8 different shades, and like I said, I got the shade Poundcake, and then the details, it says an easy to use loose powder perfectly curated for all skin tones to create an airbrushed, long-lasting complexion, blur the appearance of pores and fine lines, and hold makeup in place all day long. It's formulated with vitamin E and it's non-comedogenic, I can't say that word, is long-lasting and fade-proof for up to 10 hours with excellent coverage and no flashback in photos. So let's go ahead and jump into this guy and see how it performs. For concealer, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape today just because I know how this concealer looks underneath baking. I haven't decided if I like the Too Faced one whenever I bake or not, so I just want to go with one I'm very familiar with, so I know it's not the concealer. So yeah, we're going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Light Neutral. Blend it out. This sponge is from Sonia Kashuk, in case anybody was wondering. Now I'm going to bake. I'm taking the powder. There's like this little top right here. I'm taking that off. There is a very strong scent. Be warned. I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm going to dip in. Oh, it's so intense. I think the powder is worse than the foundation whenever it comes to the smell. Like, same smell, more intense. Oh Lord. I'm gonna put it on my nose as well. I'm not being dramatic, you guys. It is insanely intense. Now I'm going to let that set while I set the rest of my face. On one side, I'm actually going to use this powder and see how it works on the rest of the face. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to go with my YSL. So I'm going to take my Chanel powder brush. I'm just dipping into this powder. And I'm just going to dust this everywhere else. Stellium 974 and my YSL Souffle Declat. I'm in the shade number 2. And I'm going to take this on the opposite side. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this off. So it looks pretty smooth. It is slightly, like a little dry, but I always go in and spray my face. I feel like my under eye always looks like this whenever I bake. It's actually, but it's really nice. It's not really adding texture. This side is with Huda on the set, and then this side is the YSL. I'm gonna finish off my makeup and then we will come back to talk about it. Here's the makeup completely finished. Even after I sprayed my face, I always do that just to help the powder sink in. I think this looks amazing underneath my eyes. Like, it's so smooth, it's not thick, which I really was anticipating it to be thicker. It almost makes my tape shape look, or shape tape, look a little thinner. I just think it looks amazing and my pores look really nice. I don't think it looks heavy underneath my eyes at all. I'm kind of shocked by that. It looks just fine on my skin. I don't really see a big difference between the YSL and this one on my face. This one might be a hair dryer, but really unless you're like really close to my face and in person, I don't think you're gonna see that. I think it looks really great, but let's go ahead and take a flash photo. Looking at this, I don't see anything that looks like it's giving any kind of flashback. It looks really nice and smooth in the picture, so definitely A+ on that. So for my thoughts, I've gotta say, I'm impressed. I am impressed, you guys. I didn't know what to think. This is how my by Terry B Hydra powder, or just the hydrating powder, it looks underneath my eyes the same way, except for that one, it darkens my concealer, and this one does not. So I am here for it. Like this, I'm not kidding you guys, this is probably my new powder. There's one concern though. The fragrance in here is intense, and I mean intense. I am wearing the YSL foundation stick, and this has a fragrance to it. I'm used to things that have fragrance. Sometimes I open up something and look, oh, I love the way this smells. Fragrance isn't good for your skin, but I typically don't have any issues with it. However, this one, I feel personally attacked when I'm putting this powder on because it is so crazy intense, just like the foundation. The only difference, and Charlie just scared me. She's growling at her toys down there. Sorry. The only difference is with the foundation, that smell lingered and lingered and lingered, and I already don't smell this. So while I feel personally attacked whenever I'm putting it on, at least it doesn't last. Now my second concern with that is this going to mess with my pores? Because it's so intense, that fragrance, is it going to cause irritation on my pores? Am I gonna have any issues? I can't use the La Mercier powder because it basically has cornstarch in there, and it looks so good on me, but after a week of wearing that powder straight, I had whiteheads. My pores were huge, enlarged, disgusting. This one doesn't have cornstarch, but it has like something like rice starch in here. I try to look that up. I don't see so far from the research I've done that that causes any problems, but I'm going to have to keep you guys updated. I love the way this looks, so I'm going to continue to use it. I'm going to try it out with my Too Faced concealer and see if I like it with that as well. If I have any problems with my skin, I will let you guys know. If I don't, this could possibly be like holy grail status for me, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I love the way that this looks. This is my new best friend for baking underneath the eyes. I don't think I'm going to use this for the face. I definitely have powders I like better for that, but for the under eye, it is so good. I do also want to reiterate, in case you guys did not see my purchase or pass video, I definitely think the Huda kind of jacked this idea from Beauty Bakery. I don't know how I feel about that. Again, you know, you've got duplicates, you've got Kat Von D palettes made by Makeup Revolution. You know, it's just something that kind of goes on. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Like, I think it's I think it's mean, especially like a big brand doing something to a small brand, but I'm going to let you guys decide how you feel about that. And I'm not going to say you're wrong if you absolutely are anti-Huda for that. I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm just giving you guys my 2 cents on the actual powder for those that were interested, and I do think it's good. So there's that. But let me know what you guys are thinking down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.